Okay, this is the 5-minute tarot for the 6th of February 2017. And I have to begin first. In the description down below, there's a list of various websites that I have. And since I started this series, there's been a spelling mistake in the top one. It's dynamictarot.com, but there's only one C in the middle, not two. So if you tried to go there and you couldn't get there in order to sign up for the newsletter and read and watch the videos there, my apologies. So it's dynamictarot.com, dynamictarot.com. Today's card, the Magician. And you can speak for hours or days about this particular card because you've got the coins and the snake and the sign of infinity and the vegetation around and the yellow sky and the red and the white. But I looked up the definition of magic, and it says the art of influencing events and producing marvels using hidden natural forces. Right, so that's the definition of magic. So I'd like to tell you about something that I saw once on a TV show. Okay, you know what a mill is? A millstone, where you get this tire shape, and it's a really heavy, solid stone, and it rolls around and it crushes wheat, let's say, or something else, and makes flour. Right, so you got this really heavy wheel. And the best stone, you don't want soft stone that will disintegrate. You want something really, really solid. And in Britain, the best stone came from the shores of Northern Ireland. And so the tide would come in, and when the tide went out, the granite shore was revealed, and you could get the stone from there. The problem is, it's like solid granite. So what you had to do was dig down a small trench around in a circle where you wanted the millstone to come from. So you got a little trench, and it's a certain distance wide. But then how do you get the huge chunk of granite that's embedded in the rock? How do you get it to lift it out? How do you get it out? So what they did was, you've got this trench around with some space, and they put some wood in certain parts of the trench. So when the tide came in, the wood would absorb the water and expand. And because the energy of the expansion of the water within the wood, it had to go somewhere, it would shift the block of granite from what was holding it, from what it was attached to. And so you got this nice round wheel-shaped chunk of granite, which is really solid. And that's really ingenious. And that's what I think the Magician is about. Because if I can remind you of the definition again, it says it's an art, the art of still can't read this. The art of influencing events and producing marvels using hidden natural forces. Right. So the people, whoever thought of this, it's brilliant. That they understood that if the wood absorbs the water, the size has to go somewhere, the energy built up has to go somewhere, and that would be what they would use to move the chunk of granite. So magic is an art. And art means that we arrange bits and pieces harmoniously. So when the Magician comes up in a reading, let's say it's for the questioner, then you know that the questioner is meant to, in some way, identify the bits and pieces that are important and then arrange them or rearrange them into a harmonious situation. And that's how you get the result. That's how you get how you can influence events and how you can get desired results. But at the same time, you're using the hidden forces of nature. So you're not trying to do something, but you're not trying to do something impossible, although it may appear impossible before you do it. But it's more having the insight or the understanding to recognize a natural law, or to recognize what's going to happen. If you do this, then that's going to happen inevitably. And harnessing the power of the result for your own purposes. So if the magician comes up in a reading, observe and think, and at the same time trust your thoughts, because the word magic may come from a root that means to be able. So when you've got the magician in a reading, past, present, or future, the questioner or somebody else, you're dealing with being able to do stuff. So if you've got a problem and the magician comes up, think about it, identify what's going on, and you will, guaranteed, come up with an answer, because your mind actually already contains all the answers that you'll ever need, if you can trust yourself, or if you pay attention to your thinking. That was probably a bit longer than I had wanted to go for, but I mean, it's the magician that there's a lot going on with the magician. So I hope you enjoyed that. Tomorrow is a different card. Okay, bye-bye.